in actuality, Tina, we've got quite a list of things to try to manage to get through. Given as well the fact that 2021 was not a short year.
No, it was a very long year, a hectic one at that.
It was not a short year, and it was not an easy year.
Yeah.
But what it did teach us, if I can mention just one or two things. The first thing was that if you can get through a year like this, there's not much that can get in your way. There's not much that can get in your way.
I think we've been through a lot.
And 2022 can come with everything it thinks it has. Tina sisuka ku 2020 no 2021.
2021.
We've seen it. We've been through it. I'm not saying it's the worst things that could ever happen in the life experience.
But can it get any worse than this?
I think it's actually gonna get better.
Yeah.
I'm positive, number one. Secondly, I'm also tired of living like this.
Oh.
The anxiety, the uncertainty. No. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that. In
we
fact,
actually need a year.
we need a year. We need a year. Remember when we used to say, "This is my year."
This is my year.
Remember.
This is my year. I'm going to New Year's resolutions because it's been a tough year.
I have. That's the first time I've heard that term.
Yeah.
This whole year, because nyani, like people have given up on making resolutions. It's
people
like
are like, no, I'm gonna see
Sawubona, dude, because I'm not even sure.
Exactly.
That's how hectic things have gotten. Anyway, let's go and see what has happened in some of the timeline. Of 2021.
2021.
So imagine so much has happened in January last year. Do you remember Dr. Dre was admitted to hospital?
Yes.
With a brain aneurysm. This was immediately after we had found out that, or Porphyry was announced that him and his wife had been filing for divorce. I guess and it went to somewhere because he ended up in hospital.
Yeah.
But he did recover.
Yeah.
And thank goodness, because we do need us some Dre. We do need us some Dre. What else was happening in January last year? Lil Wayne and Kodak Black were both pardoned by President Donald Trump.
Oh.
They were both in jail. They were both in prison, in fact. And one of the last things Trump did before he left office, he was like, "Get my man Weezy out. get my man Weezy out." And Kodak Black.
I have never seen a president in a million jigalia. Wow.
Listen, the thing is, and we have to be honest when we speak about Trump. He doesn't have to be anything.
No.
The guy, his whole life is a fairy tale, Mchita. You would have laughed at him in the 80s when he said it. He was like, you know what? If I really wanted to, I could be president of this country. People are like, bah!
And guess what?
Idiot. And you, president, where do you get the guy?
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2016.
Guess what? He was like,
He was like, I, Donald J. Trump. What?
Yeah.
So there's nothing that's impossible, and it doesn't always take the good guys to win. Even the villains will teach you a lesson sometimes. So that was just a little bit of what was happening in January. I mean, so there's a lot of other stuff. Double K from the group, The People Under the Stairs, he died from unspecified causes.
Oh man.
Others are still questioning how that happened, but unfortunately, when a life is gone, it's too late to be talking about how when you find out someone's passed away, they're like, what happened? Okay, so which part of that?
No. We want to know.
You guys understand, man. Do you remember Silento, the guy who sang "Now Let Me Whip and Watch Me Nene"?
Oh, now watch me whip, now watch me nene.
Was arrested for the murder of his cousin.
What?
Yes, that's in February last year. Or February this year.
This year, yeah.
Arrested.
There's a lot that happened in 2021.
For the murder of his cousin. How did you go from whipping a nene
to
whipping out a gun to whipping out a gun and killing your cousin?
Ooh.
That's a nene. Okay, no.
Wow.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, no.
No. I tried.
Wow.
Nicki Minaj's father was killed by a hit-and-run driver.
Oh man.
That was
That's so sad.
shame, and she had a very close relationship with her dad. So when that happened, it was like, and also there's always gonna be speculation because the part of you wants to attach it to, is this related to anything to do with Nicki's career? But apparently it was like a really random hit and run, but her father lost his life.
Oh man.
Sad. Let's see. Oh man, Prince Marquis D of the Fat Boys died. The Fat Boys, in the 80s, there was this comical rap group.
Yeah.
But they were really good at what they did. And I think for whatever purposes, they also made a really big impact as pioneers in the game. So they weren't around for that long, but in the time that they were there, they did their thing. Yeah. And Buffy, I remember learning how to beatbox. That's the guy who yeah. So shame. Prince Marquis D from the Fat Boys passed away. Kim Kardashian and Kanye announced their divorce. That was still in Feb. Yeah. It's gonna be a long year.
It's gonna be very long.
Especially our recap. Recap is there's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, so Kim and Kanye called it quits. They cited irreconcilable differences. They split the assets. Apparently, Kim just bought a new house. And guess where Kanye bought his new house?
Right next to theirs.
Across the street. Right across the street.
You know, Kanye has got a mind of his own.
If that's what you want to call it.
He lives in his own world.
The guy literally. So you divorce me.
Yeah.
We've got 4 or 5 kids?
Yeah.
And look, for all intents and purposes, we try to make it as painless as possible because I don't really hate you. We just can't be around each other like that anymore. So we move. You move. You find this beautiful pad. And here I come. So, don't mind me. I'm just looking for property.
Oh, yes, I'm going to buy this one.
Is that the one across the street? That's the one.
So every morning,
I'm sure when she's going to jog or whatever. What's up,
he's standing right there. Morning, kid.
Hey, morning, kid. This coffee. Hey, neighbor.
Crazy.
That's easy.
Oh man,
that's brilliant though.
But we love him.
We love him. Hey, listen.
We love him.
Kanye, don't always take your meds, bro.
Yeah.
Like we like these episodes. I can deal with a few of these episodes. And the masks lately, have you seen?
That man.
He's special though. No.
People are just like, are you going level?
Look, it's come to a point where his new dress codes with these black rubber boots, these torn jeans, the big bomber jacket and the mask.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to recognize who that is. But we know.
But for some reason, we know that is him. That is him.
We know.
Everything he does now, it's like, no, it's a normal thing for him.
Good to wait. Who? He's no, it's fine.
Nah.
I thought it was Lelo pulling off stunts like that. Oh, if it's easy.
I mean, come on, it's easy.
We've come to expect. Bobby Shmurda was released on the 23rd of February after spending 7 years in prison. And he was quite, there was quite a woo-ha being made about his return. I'm not sure if he's released much music. I've been waiting for that. Hey, Bobby Shmurda release. I was never the biggest Bobby Shmurda fan, but he had a run. But what I did see is that he's still doing that silly dance of his. And the Kepsiake, which he threw up in the sky 12 years ago, still hasn't come down.
Still does that. Yo.
But I guess if it works for you, if you've got like a signature thing,
do it. Definitely.
Do it. So the company called Square bought Jay-Z's streaming service Tidal. And he paid out everybody. I remember he had involved a lot of heavyweight celebrities in the music industry initially when he started out this company. So when he sold it, he paid them out these big checks, and people got mad because there were people who he initially had said, "Dude, come on board," and they were like, "What is this foolishness that you're up to? What? Okay." But now when he's cutting checks for people, they're like, dude,
come on.
Ibanjalo, okay. When you see that actually train and ulating, listen, 29 minutes before 7 p.m. Let's continue. This year though, because I'm just
it's been a hectic one.
There's stuff I'm avoiding touching on because now I didn't know Kubega.
Yeah, but we must.
We must. You know? We must. Look, DMX suffered a heart attack. DMX suffered a heart attack, and he was in critical condition in the hospital for a while. I remember, because Abanda Bafunu Shiega, there were people who were announcing he was dead.
Yeah.
There were people, and that was the saddest part, is because the guy was fighting for his life. The guy was fighting for his life, and there were already news stories. A proper news outlet.
An article.
Not just an outlet, live television. Announcing someone's death.
That is no more.
Johnny.
Do you know people?
But, is that how badly you guys wanted me out of here? That's sad though, but anyway, after a few days, or after a week, in fact, of being in a coma, he finally let go. And had a fantastic funeral.
Ooh, a big one. If I must say.
If ever there were a lit funeral.
That's what.
With the monster truck and the casket on top of there, and 2,000 or 3,000 motorcycles in there. The Rough Riders all came out. That was beautiful, man. And that's how you send off a legend. That's how you send off a legend, you know? That was big.
That was big. Yeah.
And apparently, they shut down the freeways and everything.
That was big. That was big.
That's New York City. How do you just shut down the freeway? Go to no.
Yeah.
Up I go DMX up. That's big. Big up to him, man. A testament to the work and the impact.
The work is put in.
Yeah. All right. As we continue, of course, Black Rob also died from kidney failure. Shock G from the Digital Underground. He passed away, and we were left wondering, who else now? Because in such a short space of time, Gutene's legends and Gokumani, what's going on? When we get to May and June, which we'll stop at for now. There was Little Reese, when we're talking about some of the newer artists, the shot in a stolen vehicle. How are you at a level of being internationally recognized? You're making quite a lot of money, taking care of a lot of people. You've got a lot of responsibilities, but you still find yourself in shootouts and you are in stolen cars.
Stolen car.
In a
stolen car.
You have to ask yourself if you're still living the right way. Yo Gotti, from the CMG Music Group, announced that Interscope had signed their label.
Okay.
So that was a positive move. Snoop Dogg became the executive creative and strategic consultant of Def Jam Recordings. Snoop getting all corporate on us. We went all the way from gangster to the office.
Grandpa Snoop.
Yeah. At some point he was even Snoop Lion, and I never understood that phase of his. but I guess he had found some, that Ela Tsubalake, and I think he had found a really good batch. And maybe and maybe just maybe it happens. Look, that was just us telling you all the way about what happened until we got to June. And of course, the daughter of Fetty Wap died of her health condition she suffered since birth. Shame, man. Poor little thing. May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
That was on the 24th of June, halfway through the year.
Yeah.
This is where we stand. Tell me this hasn't been a roller coaster.
Sure.
Tell me Lonyaga has not been a roller coaster.
It's been a very tough one.
It's been a tough one. Yeah. It hasn't been
still is.
And it hasn't been easy to digest.
Yeah.
A lot of things that have happened, but we've gotten used to the fact that you need to expect the unexpected.
Exactly. And you need to be ready.
As ready as you can be.
Yeah.
As ready as one can be in such circumstances. Also, another brother who passed away, one of the biggest influences in the early days of hip hop. His name was Biz Markie. Very funny guy.